Good afternoon, everybody. It's Andy here from CLIA on a beautiful sunshiny day in London. That's a slight lie, isn't it?
It is.
And as you can see, I'm joined by Leon Hand, who is training manager at Celebrity Cruises.
Hello everyone.
So we hope you're having a good day and a good summer. I should remind you that we'll be live and direct. So if you are watching live, then please, we need your questions. We'd like you to ask as difficult a question as you possibly can.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Anything about Celebrity Cruises, about their new ships that are coming, about their new innovations, anything at all you like. All you do is you put them in the comment box on Facebook, and Toby here, who is hiding behind camera, although he's still waving, but Toby here will then see those questions and we'll be able to ask Leon. That should be a programme, Ask Leon.
It's a great idea.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Leon, we've known each other what feels like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But how long have you been in cruise, and what led you to being in cruise?
Well, I celebrated my 10-year anniversary with Celebrity in May, yeah.
Right.
So I've been working in the cruise industry for just over 10 years, and I've worked in travel for over 20. So I've done land, I've done air, and now I'm doing sea.
Excellent.
And there's only space left.
And what was the attraction for cruise?
I've always been, being a Liverpool lad, I've always been fascinated with the sea and ocean-going vessels, and I just thought I have to be part of this amazing industry, and I've never looked back.
There is a bit of a love of cruising in Liverpool.
There is.
You don't find in that many other cities. Southampton, of course, and some of the other port cities. But there is a special feeling towards cruise in Liverpool.
It's got an incredible maritime history,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, the three Cunard ships they all met for their, was it 150th anniversary? And the people of Liverpool and the city of Liverpool are really special. I know that sounds cheesy, but because we live so near to the river and the sea, because so many people came to Liverpool and left Liverpool because of that, there's a real connection with cruising. So,
Interesting. So Celebrity Cruises.
Yes.
For those people who don't know Celebrity Cruises, give us your elevator pitch, please. You have 3 hours.
Don't tempt me.
I wouldn't do that.
Don't tempt me.
So tell us a bit about Celebrity Cruises.
Well, Celebrity Cruises is a brand that is really different in terms of its product offering, because it's premium without being posh.
Right.
It's sophisticated and stylish without being snobby or stuck up. That's my elevator pitch. So there are a lot of ships out there, and they all say the same thing. They've all got the best this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I'd say Celebrity is unique because it combines two different things, which is really, really luxury, upmarket, top drawer, everything, with a very late. Why are you laughing? Is it my description?
Carry on now.
See, you put me on the spot.
Sorry, I know.
We take away any sense or feeling of traditional or formal luxury. So it's that really unique fusion. It's that combination of those two things that is very different and you won't find anywhere else. How's that?
That's all right. I think you can stay.
I'm hired, not fired.
When people think of luxury and cruise together, they tend to think of smaller ships. So is the size of the ship and the facilities and entertainment and choice part of your different take on luxury?
It's a very good question. And I would say not really, no, because the way that the ships are built is an incredible amount of detail and planning that goes into guest to space ratio. So if you think big ship, you probably think lots and lots of people. And yes, Solstice class take up to 3,000, but it never feels crowded because of the way the ships are designed. It's more about the atmosphere. Okay. It's more about the approach of the service than the size. Does that make sense?
It does. It does make sense. And you use the tagline modern luxury. So what is modern luxury?
Well, it's all about being in a contemporary kind of boutique chic environment. Everything is cutting edge. Everything is latest. Everything's contemporary. But you don't feel the need to be dressed up in a formal way. You don't need to behave in a formal way. As I said before, Andy, we've taken all of the traditional stuffy formal feel away. We don't have formal nights, we have evening chic. So you can dress up and dress down. And I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I always say we're the Kate Middleton of cruising. We're kind of sexy and elegant, and everybody aspires to be like her, but she has this really kind of warm, inviting feel about it. And you can imagine having a nice chat and a cup of tea and being yourself, and that's celebrity. I really do feel that.
Okay, I understand. A lot of people, when they think of celebrity, will possibly think of your Solstice class of ships,
yes,
because they've been around for a bit, and we certainly see them in UK waters. Mm-hmm. And they were a bit of a game changer at the time for things like the lawn. So tell us about the Solstice class ships.
Well, there are 5 of them. They were launched in 2008. They blew everyone away because of half an acre of gorgeous green stuff on the top deck, which is the Lawn Club. Yeah. Again, that's an epitome of modern luxury because it's kind of this really relaxed country club, open air feel, but nothing pretentious, completely accessible, and 85% balconies and above. So the accommodation on the Solstice class ships is superior because only 15% is inside an ocean view. Okay. So even back then we were kind of thinking ahead of thinking we want to be a luxury player. And the suites, the balconies. Did you know that we brought in 5 leading ladies when we designed the Solstice class ships? Yeah. So I'm going to say something controversial here, but we think that it's the ladies that know better when it comes to detail. So we brought in an interior designer, a travel agent, a guest, and said, what is it that you want? What is it that you need? They said, no sharp corners, fog-free mirrors. Please, can we have the plug for the hairdryer near the mirror? And can we have a leg shaving rail in the shower? You know, things like that. Okay. So it was the detail of Solstice class, I think, that was groundbreaking.
And they are beautiful ships.
They are. They're very sleek. I call them sleek boutique hotels. And they're just, again, they're big vessels, but they have this real feeling of kind of, I don't know, intimacy and sort of warmth and really cool. Yeah. Go on for hours. Don't tempt me.
What I loved about, because I was lucky enough to spend a couple of nights on one of the ships, what I loved is the space on top deck, where I think it's at the back of the ship, and you kind of...
The sunset bar.
Yeah, there we go, the sunset bar, which is lovely. And how much do people just think of Solstice class in terms of the Lawn Club?
Well, they're iconic because of that, but there's so much more. I mean, on our youngest 2 ships, Silhouette and Reflection, there are up to 12 different places to dine. And again, a lot of people, especially celebrity cruises customers, they're foodies and they want choice and they want range and they want to try different things. And so wherever you go, there's somewhere fabulous to eat. So it's not just about the top deck. Of course, that is the centerpiece.
Yeah.
With the Celebrity Revolution, which we're coming on to later, we're putting on a massive movie screen on the Lawn Club. And you'll be able to enjoy movies and TV under the stars, and also a taste of film, which is when you watch a film and you eat the food that's themed around the film. It's, again, very celebrity. It's really cool.
Very nice. So we should talk about Edge, because...
Yes, we should talk about Edge.
Because Edge made her appearance at the end of last year. She's an incredible ship. And I'm sure you get asked all the time, how different is she from your Solstice class ships, and how different is she maybe from other products available?
Okay. I now have to keep it brief. Completely and utterly different in every way you can imagine. So there are 2 words that we use to describe Edge and his sister Apex, and the other 3 that are coming: revolutionary and transformational. So in typical celebrity style, we looked at this class and we thought, right, we're going to throw the book on how to design a ship out the window and do it differently. So for example, the layout of the ship, it's asymmetrical. And the top of the ship where the pool deck is, it's completely asymmetrical. On one side, it's totally terraced with head to toe, floor to ceiling windows. And the whole point about Edge, apart from the innovation technology, is the outward facing design. Yeah. And it's this connection to the sea, connection to the ocean, this feeling that wherever you are, you're outside, you're close to the water, you're close to the edge.
Yeah,
get it?
See what you did there?
Yeah, and as our amazing managing director, Jojo Mosca, says, we zig when everyone else zags. So we have 4 main dining rooms, for example. We have a theatre that is just a marvel of modern technology. Yeah. No curtain. The list goes on, Andy, which I'm sure you know.
And do you find that is a challenge, that trying to explain some of the features becomes difficult because there is so much you can talk about for that ship?
Well, it is, and it is all about education. I know that you and CLIA are very keen about that. And I would say to be able to sell this incredible premium product, you need to know it. And so, again, drilling down, what is different? How is it different? How is it absolutely cutting edge and futuristic?
Yeah.
And those bits are the ones that are going to draw in those premium customers that will book it.
Yeah. Because you talk about the pool deck, and it is very different to other pool decks.
It is.
And you kind of stand there and wonder how it's different, but actually it just, as you said, that closeness to the ocean that you get that sense of. But other things, I mean, it's a long pool, it's one of the longest I think at sea, and there's lots of space there to relax, and it's just a nice space.
And did you know that Tom Wright, who designed the Burj Al Arab in Dubai, he's the designer of the pool deck, and the resort deck as we call it, which includes the solarium and the amazing rooftop garden. So the rooftop garden is part of the resort deck. It's at the back. Yeah. And you remember it, don't you? This incredible space, which we call like an urban playscape, which comes to life at night with these tree installations that light up with pop-up musical performances. We have a taste of film there. We have video club dancing. We have silent discos. And it's just, there's something really magical about it.
Yeah. So, which kind of leads us on to your amazing magic carpet.
Yes. Do you want me to talk about the magic carpet?
Please do.
Again, the word magic I think is key, because we thought in line with our outward-facing concept, we want people to be even closer to the edge and closer to the sea. So the magic carpet is this platform that floats, and it's positioned on one of 4 decks at any time. So it can be deck 2, which is where you get on and off when attended, and it's this seamless disembarkation. Deck 5, it's an extension of Raw on 5, which is our amazing seafood restaurant. And deck 14, it is an extension of the pool deck, where the cabanas are. And then 16, it's dinner on the edge. So once a cruise, roughly, we will open it up on deck 16, and it'll be called Dinner on the Edge. And the menu is based around where we are in the world.
Okay.
And all the ingredients are sourced from there. And I've not had the chance to do it yet, but I've heard that it is just spectacular, because not only are the dishes incredible, but of course you've got the views.
Yeah.
So again, it's transformational. It's incredible. And you just kind of stand there and think, wow, I'm literally on the edge here. So it's just mind-blowing, really, typical of celebrity.
Yeah, it is an interesting space. I've not dined on there, but
right.
it does feel very different, because you are literally over the edge of the side of the ship.
Yeah. You are, yeah.
We should mention the cabins or staterooms, or whatever we shall call them.
Yes, staterooms. Okay, so we have 12% of the overall accommodation on Edge class is suite. So key thing for anyone selling Celebrity Edge is that, again, we are increasing the amount of luxury accommodation. But the big thing about Edge is the infinite balcony. Wow. So normally this is where in training I get up and pretend that I'm an infinite balcony, and I wish you could watch me do it, because I would.
I'd quite like to see it.
I'm not going to, because I think it might be a bit dangerous in central London. But basically, again, it's a marvel of technology. So you create your own terrace, your own balcony, your own space. And you literally go to the edge of your stateroom, and instead of a traditional balcony, which is normally welded on from the outside, it's a floor-to-ceiling window that gives you amazing views.
Yeah.
But you press a button, and the window becomes a balcony. And then we have these French doors. And the amazing Kelly Hoppen MBE, she designed them, and we love them, because when you look at the ship from the outside, you think, something looks different. And it's all flush. It's like almost like a kind of a skyscraper, because there are no outside balconies. So again, it's kind of like, wow. And everywhere in the room is operated by touch technology, and you can even change the channel and have the light settings using the app on your phone. I love it, and I spent about 3 hours playing around with it, and everything was like moving and going on and off. And again, what we're doing is we are in line with kind of the digital age. Most people have an app, and most people are turned on by this type of technology, so you'll get that when you're on Celebrity Edge.
And what else does that technology do? As you say, you can control some of the stuff in your stateroom, but it does quite a lot else.
It really does. I mean, you can even use your phone as the room key if you put Bluetooth on.
Okay.
That is amazing.
That's clever.
And also, the app, for example, now reduces the amount of time and hassle, dare I say, for check-in.
Right.
Everything that you want to do on board, you can book in advance. All your daily newsletters are on there. You can even message other guests through the rooms. And then temperature, shades, TV. There's 4 different settings in the room for lighting. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So.
You mentioned dining,
Yes.
and you said there were 4 main dining spaces. There are some other restaurants as well.
There are. We've actually got 6 brand new specialty restaurants on our Edge class ships. And again, we're known for dining. We're the foodies. But there's what? Have you heard of Le Petit Chef?
I was lucky enough.
How did you find it?
It's amazing.
How would you describe Le Petit Chef and
You
Friends?
can't do that to me.
Can't I? The tables have turned.
It's
No, I'm interested to hear what you thought because it's so different.
It's as much a show as it is a dining experience, because actually you become really absorbed in what's happening around you. And for those who don't know it, it's all done by trapdoors and mirrors, but it's done in a way that it looks like there are people and
4K
things.
animation.
There we go.
That's the technical
That's why
phrase.
I shouldn't describe anything.
That's the technical phrase. I'm sorry. This company called Tablemation, they're just incredible, and they've created basically this 4K show where it's called Le Petit Chef and Friends. So you have a 4-course menu, and you pay $55 for it, and book in advance because it sells out, by the way. And each dish is preceded by this. There's assault on the senses. So there's a Japanese chef, French, Spanish, and Italian, and they all have a competition.
Yeah.
And they cook 1 dish each, and then the winner at the end, there's an explosion of light and music, and as you say, the table comes to life, and you can't actually believe it's happening. And then what's been created virtually in front of you suddenly appears in front of you in real life, and you eat it, and you're like, this is just amazing.
It must be a real talking point on board, actually.
It really is, and it was so popular that we're rolling out across the fleet now.
So I'm going to come to that.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Spoiler alert.
But tell us about some of the other dining spaces you have, because I do love that restaurant.
We have on Edge.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rooftop Garden has got the Rooftop Garden Grill, which is this really funky American barbecue style gourmet food. We have Raw on 5, which is the most delicious, fresh seafood you can imagine. Fine Cut Steakhouse, which is how you would imagine the best steak restaurant in New York.
It's a lovely looking restaurant as well.
And there's a private dining room in the middle. And then Eden,
So,
chillful, playful, sinful, fab.
So people dine, and they can dine, main dining room, or they can dine in one of the specialty restaurants.
Yes.
And then there is a whole world of entertainment, and one of those spaces is Eden.
Yeah, and again, you make a good point, Andy, when you say, is it a challenge to describe it? And I'll be honest with you, you have to really think about it. And I would describe Eden as a place that is alive, but it's also constantly changing. So again, traditionally, the back of the ship towards the bottom, that is the main dining room.
Yes.
And Celebrity said, no, we're going to have this space, which takes up 3 decks, 7,000 square feet of glass, which offers dining, entertainment, a restaurant, a bar, an open kitchen where you can chill out, play, but also be sinful. So the atmosphere's changed from morning, chillful, playful, and sinful.
Okay.
And we have these amazing performances, these performers called Edenists that 4 times a week will suddenly appear and they act out this story, but it's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And again, it's very different. It's quirky, but it's very celebrity, and it is very popular with our guests.
Would you say it's very cruise, or would you say it's...
No. No, because I think people want something different, and I think, again, we depart from the normal, we depart from the traditional, and we kind of almost challenge people when they're on board and give them different experiences that when they come off, like Le Petit Chef, they'll go, I wasn't expecting that, I've never seen anything like it, and it's amazing, you've got to try it.
Apex is coming next year.
Yes, very exciting.
Is she a complete sister?
We believe so.
Okay.
At the moment, we don't have any confirmation of exactly how the ship is going to be. But as far as I know, there's not going to be any major differences. But watch this space.
Okay. And she's being christened amazingly in the United Kingdom.
Yes, she is. She's coming to Southampton. And we are very excited. That's an understatement, really.
Yeah.
It was beautiful to have Edge, but that was kind of like a rehearsal for us. So Apex has come in the spring. And she's going to be globally launched from Southampton. So we are really, really excited.
And as an exclusive to our fine, lovely CLIA members,
yes,
what can you tell us about the Christening Celebrations, or the Godmother, or...
I can't tell you anything because you know that either they would kill me or I would have to kill you.
Yeah, let's not do that.
We don't want to do that on Facebook, do we, really? So.
All right, but we look forward to receiving
soon.
More details about that. And you mentioned before that some of the new stuff that's on Edge class is going to be rolled out more widely. So tell us about that. Was it edgification? Have I got that right?
Not quite. I like that though. I might use that myself. Edgification. Because Edge is so groundbreaking, I think our leaders said, well, we have incredible ships. We've got 4 Millennium class ships. We've got 5 Solstice class ships. We've got a new one in Galapagos. I don't know whether you know about that. Celebrity Flora.
It's on my list.
Spoiler alert. So we thought we have to offer our guests the same type of experience, which is utterly unique and cutting edge. So we started the Celebrity Revolution. So it's $500 million of renovations, refurbishments, and it's going to take place over 4 years.
Okay.
Started this year. And the big thing to talk about is the retreat. So Edge, again, is very, very luxurious. So there's a special place, a private place called the Retreat, just for suite class guests. They've got their own sun deck, they've got their own lounge, and we thought we need to do the same on our other ships. So they're going to have the Retreat and the Petit Chef, and just so much more. Again, and go on for hours, you know that. And
Silhouette is back in the UK next year.
Yes.
And she will look different to when she left.
Yes, so she's being revolutionised. And we've timed the renovations of Silhouette just in time for her to come back to the UK with all of her new offerings. So she'll have the Retreat.
Okay.
A lot of the public areas and all the staterooms will be refreshed. She'll just look even more beautiful than she is now. And she's still one of your main ships for the ex-UK market, presumably next year? Yes, I would say absolutely yes. We Celebrity Silhouette is our main ship based out of Southampton from April right through to October. Yeah. And she's only been with us for 3 years, so, you know, the British love Silhouette. Yes, she's a great ship. You mentioned Flora, and because Galapagos is a place that I would love to go to. It's on my list, my bucket list, but you've done it. So tell us about Flora, because she's very different to the rest of your fleet. She is, and one thing that I've been saying a lot recently, and I would say to anyone that sells Celebrity, is it's all about, people have a moral compass now, and the environment is probably more talked about and people are more aware of it than ever before. And I always say that a lot of people will pay more money if they know that the company they're with is giving back as well as taking. So what I'm trying to say is Celebrity Flora is 100% environmentally friendly, arguably one of the most environmentally friendly ships in the world. So it doesn't have an anchor. So no damage to the seabed when it stops. Acres of solar panels, reverse osmosis filtration system for the water. All of the fabrics everywhere on board is all locally sourced. Again, even the paint is a special paint so that no toxins go into the sea. Excellent. So it's a beautiful ship, but very environmentally friendly. And Galapagos itself is one of those destinations that everyone should... 100%. It is just, there is nowhere else like it in the world, 600 miles from the coast of Ecuador. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's got wildlife park reserve status. And of course, it's the animals. They've been left to evolve, and they're beautiful and they're fascinating and they are unique. And it's just a magical place. It's life-changing, really. Yeah, I can imagine.
And the ship itself is small, it's not...
100 passengers, 50 suites. Yeah, all suites. Our first ever all-suite mega yacht, and it's all inclusive. And I mean, when I talk luxury, Flora is super luxurious. But it's a stunningly beautiful ship. And some of the sky suites have the infinite balcony.
Oh, do they?
The Edge has, yes.
And is Flora a one-off?
What do you mean by a one-off?
So
you mean there's another Flora coming?
Will there be another Flora?
Again, you're pushing me for information that I can't give you. And I would say for the moment, Flora is the only one of their kind based all year round in the Galapagos.
Okay. So it sounds like you've got a lot going on.
Yes, as always, Andy.
You're just back from Australia where you've been working with some Australian agents.
Yes, I did a 4-city tour of Australia.
As you do. When did you get back?
Last Thursday. Still recovering.
Yeah, how's the jet lag?
It's okay. Can I have another coffee, please?
Well, look, we look forward to seeing more details of Apex when it comes through. We look forward to seeing her in April in Southampton.
1st of April, 4-night sailing.
So, now there's that, a revenue sailing.
Yes, it is. So the preview sailing, Amsterdam and Bruges, round trip from Southampton. The first sailing from Southampton, 1st of April, don't miss it.
Cool. We had a couple of questions. One was the differences between Edge and Apex. You answered that kind of and said you don't know.
TBA.
But may be none. Okay,
I doubt it. I doubt it.
And then, apart from the christening, because that's a very special event, but will there be other ship visit opportunities for Apex?
We are planning some ship visits. She's only in Southampton for 5 sailings, so we're doing a mini season. She will actually be spending most of the summer in Barcelona. Okay. But we do want our trade partners and CLIA members to see her if they can't sail on her. So we'll confirm that in the near future.
You're being very, very political with your answers.
Thank you.
But well said. Listen, from Leon and I, thank you for joining us. We're back next week. We have a very different Facebook Live next week, but details of that will appear online. In the meantime, thank you, Leon.
Thank you very much, Andy. It's a pleasure, and thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
Bye.